Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Teacher Jeremiah. Today we're gonna look at a PSLE math patterns question. So this is one of the most difficult pattern problems that you'll face. So can you find a pattern? Let's have a look. So this question comes from Raffles Girls 2023 Prelim paper 1. So this question we can see it says, Mr. Tan, an interior designer, tiled a square floor completely with square tiles of side 1 cm as shown in figure 1. Use a total of 73 grey square tiles which form a shape of an X as shown in figure 2. Find the perimeter of the square floor. So this question looks quite complicated. We are given the final number and realize that the tiles are put in such a way such that there is a X, so there's a pattern to it. And we want to find the perimeter of the square floor. So we have given some figures here. How should we solve this question? So with the final number of square tiles, what other information does it tell us? Let's think about it a bit closely. With one nice example. So this question, which figure contains 13 squares? So we have figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, and we can want to find which one has 13 squares. Figure 1 we can see has 3, figure 2 we have 5, figure 3 we have 7, right? And we want to know how many has 13. So to find this, we see that from each figure when it increases, there's a change. So for the first part, what we can do is we can start small. Right? We're given the final one, but we don't know the pattern. So we can start from the very first one and see what is the pattern that is changing. So from figure 1 to 2, it is plus 2. And then another plus 2. And then yes, there will be many plus 2 until you reach an eventual 13. So how to count that? We can just see. We have the final of 13, the starting we have 3. So we can first find how many plus 2s do we have, which is first 13 minus 3. So there's 10. So there's 10 plus 2s. And then we divide by 2, right? The number of plus 2s. And we realize that there's 5 times we add. So the figure number, is it 5? This is not. Because don't forget, we still have figure 1. Right? So we have to add back 1. And then we'll find that the figure number is 6. Right? The figure number is 6. So from here, we can make one very important conclusion, which is when we want to find the pattern, or we want to use the final number to find out what is the pattern. First, we can start off from small, right? Start from the very first one, and we can see the changes. Okay. So first, to find the figure number in patterns, we start small, find the difference. Okay. Now let's go back to the question. So this question, Mr. Tan, we have 73 tiles. So first, we want to start small and find the pattern. How to put in the shape of an X? Let's start off from the very first one. So I have the figure over here. Figure 1, what will it look like? Figure 1. If it's just a one single 1 by 1, what will happen? Yeah, of course, that will be shaded. Then let's move on to figure 2. But for figure 2, if we put 2 by 2, how does it look like? Maybe like the side on the right side, right? Like this. But this is also not so easy to see because we can see that from this diagram, the left side here, there's 3. Right? The top left. The center, however, there's 5. Then how should we think about it? Of course, because this is the total, right? So, and it's shaped like an X. So we can start analyzing it from the center. So figure 2, we cannot study 2 by 2, but we can study the next figure, which should be 3 by 3. And if it's a 3 by 3 and it's shaded in the X, then what will happen? It will also be X, which is 5 tiles. 5 tiles. And next, figure how many times how many will you have? We cannot study 4 by 4, so it will be 5 by 5. And for 5 by 5, how many? You realize it will be 9. It will be 9. And we want to find the final one, which is we don't know which figure, we don't know, and we know it's 73 in total. First, what do we have to do? First we have to see and find the pattern starting from the first one. So from 1 to 5 is plus 4. From 5 to 9 also plus 4. So we know that we need to plus many 4s. So to find the pattern number, what we need to do, first, we just take the number of plus 4s, which is 73, minus the first figure, which is 1. We divide by 4, and then don't forget, we need to plus 1. So we get 19. Now we solve the question. Not yet, because don't forget, the question is asking for the perimeter. With perimeter, how do I find it? We can see. One thing we have to take note. Figure number wise, actually is not increasing by 1 by 1 each time, right? From 1 by 1 to 3 by 3 and so on. So let's study. For figure 1, it is figure 19 now. So we have 1 by 1 is Figure 1. Figure 2 is 3 by 3. Figure 3, how many? 5 by 5. Let's go one more. Figure 4 is how many? Oh, it's 7 by 7. So we can see from the figure number, can I get the number of squares on the length? Okay, from 1 to 1 plus 0. Okay, from 2 to 3 plus 1. From 3 to 5 plus 2. From 4 to 7 plus 3. Did you realize something? From the figure number to the number of squares on this length, there's also a pattern, right? From 1 to 1 plus 0, then plus 1, then plus 2 plus 3. Actually, you can find what's the relation with the number that's added with the figure number. It's just minus 1. So we want to find how many squares are in the length of figure 19. We can just take 19 plus the 9, right, plus 9, sorry, 19 plus 19, then we minus 1, then we get 37. So we can find the number of squares in length 37. So to find the perimeter, how to find? It's just simply times 4. So we have 37 times 4, which is 148 cm. And the question is solved. Yay! So let's make a very important summary here. Overall, whenever we are dealing with some complex or big patterns, what we want to do, we have to start small and find the difference. Start small and find the difference. Okay, let's see if you mastered this question. Let's have another practice question. So this question is from PSLE 2024. So let's see if you can solve this question. Leave your answers in the comments below. If not, if you're curious, you can also contact me or contact us in our PSLE study group, or contact me via my WhatsApp or WeChat here. If not, see you next time. Bye-bye.